Hello. All right. I think I've got YouTube up. Cool. Hi, YouTubers. Angles are good. I think. Oh, maybe I'm going to switch that a little bit so you guys can see actually my mat. All right. Technology. We got this. Hello. All right. We got it. Hi. Welcome to Flex and Flow. I'm Jamie. So glad that you guys are here joining me for class this evening. Tonight we are going to do a practice that will hopefully light you up. So this is intentional to create a little fire. We're going to light up the shoulders and the core, and then we're going to lengthen and extend and open up the hamstrings. So you'll get really nice and juicy through the hamstrings. We'll get a nice shoulder and core strengthening. I see some folks joining me. Hi, Kyla. Hello, Rachel. Hi, Barbara. So nice to see everybody. Hi, Amy. Okay. Cool. So tonight, my plan to get started is downward facing dog. And if that does not serve you in this moment, please feel free to take child's pose. I know that often downward facing dog doesn't feel maybe 100% restorative for all of us, and that's totally fine. If that's not your jam right now, skip it. All right? If it is, and you can find downward facing dog to start, we're going to find it with our fingertips nice and spread. So really make space with your hands, and then make space for your head and neck. See if you can draw your shoulders away from your ears. And then once you arrive, let your knees be nice and soft, and let your hips be high towards the sky. See if you can find softness in your body. See if you can start to feel that lightness, that ease. And then while you're here in your dog, maybe close down your eyes and just allow yourself to travel inward. If you're in child's pose, you can close your eyes as well. Wherever you are on the mat, see if you can take a little time to go inward. Just noticing what's happening in the body. Noticing what's happening in your mind. Taking deep, soft inhales and exhales here, in and out through the nose. Creating lengthened space as you go. Take 2 more full breaths here. See if you can fill the entire body up with air. And then exhale, release it all out through the nose, let it go. Take 1 more full breath in through the nose. Expand the whole body, and then empty it out, release it back through the nose, let it go. On your next inhale, start to lift your heels off of the mat, and then press to the balls of the feet. And pause here for a moment, just notice the backs of the legs getting longer, notice the spine growing, maybe lifting the hips a little higher. And then keeping your legs as they are, start to bring your shoulders directly over your wrists and lift your heart like a cow shape. See if you can find a little space across the shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in here. And then on your exhale, bring your chin towards your chest and think about drawing your belly towards your thighs as you lower the heels. We're going to take that 3 more times. Lift the heels from the mat and then slide the shoulders out over the wrist as you draw the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Keep the hips nice and high. As you exhale, press your chin towards your chest and draw your belly towards your thighs. And then last step, lower the heels. 2 more times, lift up, come slightly forward, draw open across your heart space. And then exhale, feel into the back body. Feel the shoulder blades drawing apart as you lower the heels down. Take 1 more, lift the heels high. Roll gently forward, shoulders stacking over wrists, lift up through the heart. Exhale, chin towards chest, and then release the heels eventually, last thing down to the mat. Take a big breath in here, and big breath out here. Slide forward into plank pose on your next inhale. Feel the core beginning to light up. Press the heels back, draw the tops of the thighs up. Feel that space doming between the shoulder blades. Take another breath in. On your exhale, lower the knees down to the mat. Find your tabletop pose. So get your shoulders stacking over the wrists and hips over the knees. And then from here, taking actually 2 rounds of cow cats. So just starting to lift up through the heart, lift up through the seat, create space across the front side of the body. See if you can broaden across your heart space, inhale. And then exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest and round, opening up through the back side of the body. One more time, big breath in, find your cow shape. And exhale into cat, arch, tuck, round, press the mat away. On your next inhale, find a neutral shape with your spine. And then begin to walk your fingertips forward out in front of you. And then just gently lower down towards your forehead, maybe your chin or even your chest, finding a puppy pose. Breathing into it, feeling that heat in your shoulders. You can keep the toes tucked or you can lower the tops of the feet. Find somewhere that's comfortable for you. And take 2 more breaths here. Take 1 more full breath here. Releasing softly out through the mouth, let it go. Sliding all the way onto the belly, lower the forearms, and then just drop the belly down. Bring your forehead down to the mat and bring your palms in toward your ribs. Press down through the tops of the feet so much that your kneecaps begin to lift. And then start to lift and lengthen your heart space up. So breathe in and broaden across the collarbone. Take another deep breath in here, maybe lift a little higher. And breath out, soften back down to the mat. This time, walk your feet about mat's width. So walk them out, widen your legs. And then walk your hands out so that they're underneath your shoulders. We're going to press up into a wide cobra. Tops of the feet are rooting. Maybe the kneecaps begin to lift and then start to lift your heart. Maybe tense your fingers, keep a soft bend in your elbows and lift up a little higher. Take a deep breath in. And breath out, soften to release. 2 more times, finding your space, your depth. Extending up with the heart, leading with the heart. Inhale, lifting, press through the tops of the feet. And exhale to lower. 1 more time, we lift up, find length here. Inhale, draw the heart forward and up, finding space in the front side of the body. And then pause, take your big toes together to touch. Press your palms down and draw your hips towards your heels, child's pose. Take a deep breath in and stay and soften for the breath out. Come into tabletop pose as you are ready. Press the palms into the mat, lengthen the spine. And then tuck your toes. Lift your knees and hover here, holding for 3. Firming the outer arms in for 2. 1, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take 2 full breaths here. Soften the knees. Allow the heels to press down and back. Take 1 more full breath here. And stay for the exhale. On your next breath in, gaze forward between your palms, bend into the knees, and take a big step, 2 steps towards the front of the mat, dangle into your fold. Release the head and neck, allow the shoulders to be soft. Lift the hips high towards the sky as the belly presses down and towards the thighs. Holding here, breathing, feeling all 4 corners of the feet gently rooting into the mat. Take 1 more big breath in here. Stay in your fold for the breath out. On your inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen the spine, maybe hands to your shins, and then forward fold, soften. Inhale, rise all the way up, sweep your arms up to the sky, lift up, lengthen. Hands through heart center, flat spine, fold, release into the legs. 2 more times like that, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, go on your own pace. If you would like to slow down or speed up, that is up to you. We'll forward fold with the exhale. Rise up to your halfway lift when you're ready. Exhale to your fold. All the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, root to rise, lift and lengthen. Hands through heart, hinge from the hips, fold, release down over the legs. Take a big halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Plant your palms and step back, high plank, top of a push-up. Start to roll the weight forward, press the low belly and tops of thighs up. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to your belly. And then upward facing or cobra as you are ready. Press into the tops of the feet and lift up through the heart. Downward facing dog, shift your hips to the sky. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. On your next inhale, take your right foot high to the sky. Pause here for a moment. See if you can come onto the ball of your left rooted foot and really press through the top of the foot. See if you can feel that length of the back of your left leg as you drive your right heel back behind you. Take another deep breath in. Lower the left heel down as you breathe out. Take a bend into your right knee and gently bring your right heel towards your left glute. Finding a scorpion dog, lengthening your right side body and pressing your left heel back down. Take a full inhale, full exhale. Re-lengthen your right leg long, three-legged dog. And then bring your right knee to your right tricep, give it a squeeze. We're gonna step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, landing in a lizard lunge. And then keep your left palm where it is. Reach your right arm to the sky, open into a nice big twist. Take a deep breath in. See if you can press the left thigh away from the mat and the left hip gently rocks forward. And then bend into your right elbow. So creating a cactus shape in the arm and opening up through the right leg. Take another deep breath in here. And stay for the breath out. Inhale, reach your right fingers over your right ear. And then lower them down to the mat. Spin your left heel down so that your heels are in one line, or your two legs. And then start to extend your left fingers either to your hip or to the sky, finding extended side angle. If you need a block under your right hand, that's totally fine. Take one more full inhale here, spread wide across the heart. Stay for the exhale. One more breath in. As you exhale, release the left hand inside of your right foot. Spin your left heel back up, and then start to dip your hips, lift your heart, little cow shape. Exhale, two straighter legs, cat lunge, drive your hips towards the sky. Two more, dipping into the hips, lifting through the heart, and then find your cat shape. One more time, dip into the hips, lift through the heart. We find our cat shape, hold here, breath in, breath out. One more inhale. As you exhale, bend your right knee. Pause and hold here. So we're in a lizard lunge. Now, if you need to lower the back knee to get into this, please do. If you can, start to lower your left and then your right forearm onto the mat. So we're still in our lizard lunge. We're holding here. We're drawing that right hip gently open. Take a deep breath in. And then press into the forearm. Scoop the right leg in and back behind you. Find your forearm plank. Hold here for a breath. Stay for the exhale. Firmly root through your right forearm, and then take your left arm to the sky. Find your stability here, your forearm side plank on the right side. Take a deep breath in, maybe extend your left fingers over your left ear. And as you breathe out, roll your left forearm down, come back to your forearm plank. Deep breath here. Deep breath out here. Roll to the other side, left forearm is your base. Right hand spins to your hip or to the sky. Lift your left hip away from the mat, broaden across the heart. Take another breath, maybe reach right fingers up and over. And then release the forearm back down to the mat. Find your forearm plank. Take a deep breath in. Breath out this time, lower the hips down. And then draw your heart forward and up. You can untuck the toes, plant the tops of the feet, find your Sphinx pose. Hug your elbows in towards your body. See if you can scoop the heart forward and up. Breathe in. Breathe out, forehead down to the mat. Walk your hands back so that they're by your hips. So you're on your belly, hands are by your hips, palms facing towards your thighs, pinky fingers pointed towards the sky. On your next breath in, press into the tops of the feet so much that the kneecaps might lift. And then start to draw your heart again forward and up. So leading with the extension of the heart, really lengthening the front side of the body. Take a deep breath in here. And then lower the forehead back down. Stay with this variation, or take opposite elbows or clasp your fingers back behind your low spine and roll the shoulder blades together. And then same thing as before, lead with the extension of the heart. Press into the tops of the feet, draw yourself up. Take a full breath in, and breath out lower. Unravel the arms, plant your hands by your sides. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and find your way into plank pose. Take a full inhale, full exhale. Slide the weight gently forward, and then either lower halfway or all the way to the belly. Inhale, sliding upward facing or cobra. Draw your heart forward and up. Downward facing dog. Rolling your hips to the sky. Pressing the belly towards the thighs. Softening into the knees. Take 2 deep cleansing breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release through the mouth, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release, let it go. On your next breath in, take your left foot high to the sky. Stay here for a moment. You can keep your right heel grounded or start to lift it off of the mat, really pressing into the top of the right foot and extending through both legs, using your belly. See if you can find more strength as you draw your left heel back. Press onto the ball of the right foot, breath in. If the right heel is lifted, lower it down, breath out. Bend into your left knee, stack the hip, draw the left side body open. Pause here, extend long. See if you can draw the left shoulder back in line with the right. Deep breath in. Breath out. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged. And then left knee, left tricep, squeeze it high. Step it through the outside of the left hand. And then heel toe your right foot back a little bit to make space. Shift the right hip forward in line with the left, lizard. Keep your right palm rooted, reach your left fingers to the sky, open, easy twist. Breathe in here, feeling that space across the heart, and then bend into your left elbow, find that cactus shape. See if you can drop the elbow a little lower, and then extend your arm up and over your left ear, and release it down to the inside of your left foot. Spin your right heel down. Bring right hand to hip or extend it towards the sky. Your left hand can be on the mat or books or a block, whatever you have access to. See if you can take one more full breath in here. And full breath out. Inhale, broaden the heart. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Turn your right heel up towards the ceiling, dip your hips, lift your heart. 2 straighter legs, cat lunge. 2 more times, dip into the hips, lift the heart. 2 straighter legs, cat lunge. Last time, bend into the knee, dip the hips, lift the heart. Cat lunge, 2 straighter legs, hold for the breath in. Hold for the breath out. We're gonna rebend into the left knee. And then once again, you can lower the right knee if you need that support, or start to lower your forearms inside of your left thigh. And then using your low belly, so really hug the low ribs in, scoop your left foot off the mat, and then send it back behind you, forearm plank. Take a deep breath in here, and a deep breath out. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot, left forearm is your base, reach your right fingers up and overhead. Keep your left hip drawing away from the mat, maybe extend your right fingers over your ear, and then lower the right forearm down. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Roll to the right side, right edge of the foot down, right forearm down, lift your left fingers high. Stay or maybe extend up and over your left ear. Keep that right hip drawing away from the mat. Release into your forearm plank. Pause, hold, breath in. Lower the hips down, breath out. Untuck the toes, plant the tops of the feet, and then scoop the heart forward and up as you traction the elbows in. Take a deep breath here. In here, lengthen your heart, and release your forehead towards the mat. Once again, we're going to take our hands back by our hips. Your palms facing in and your pinky fingers are towards the sky. You can stay in this variation where you just lift with the heart and the hands by your sides, or find opposite elbows or fingers clasp. When you find your variation of choice, plug your legs together. Feel that tractioning of your inner thighs. And then lift and lengthen, extend long across your heart. Stay, or start to float your feet off the mat. Holding here for 3. Holding here for 2. 1, release down. Wiggle out your hips a little side to side. Do what you need to release. And then take one more round. I'm going to check in on everybody as you go. So you can take a variation we've taken before. Hands can float by your hips. Opposite elbows are fine to bind. And then using your heart, lifting it up and then extending it open. Hello, everybody. So nice to see you all. Keep breathing. One more inhale. And exhale, release forehead to the floor. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, CJ. Hi, Liz. Oh, so nice to see you guys. Yay. Once you're ready, press up to plank pose. And then we'll make our way to downward facing dog. Vinyasa of choice. Choose how you get there. Notice what's working in the body, where you're feeling some of that sensation from those nice heart openers. And then when you're ready, finding downward facing dog, we'll take 2 big breaths in, 2 big breaths out. 1 more big breath in, and big breath out. From your downward facing dog, either one at a time or both at the same time, right forearm then left forearm down to the mat, find dolphin pose. So your hips are still nice and high, and you're really working into the shoulders, the back side of the body, and then you're feeling that spreading across your sitting bones. From here, come up onto the balls of your feet, and then see if you can just tiptoe your feet in maybe 2 to 3 inches towards your belly, and then walk them back. And then do it again. Walk the feet forward. See if maybe you can get your hips even higher using the belly to walk them back. This time, keep walking them back until you're in your forearm plank. Pause and hold. Take a deep breath in. Stay here or lower your chest between your elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades apart and lift. 2 more times if you're with me. Lower down, a little push up. And lift up. Keep the belly engaged. 1 more time, lower down. Lift up, right palm, left palm on the mat, downward facing dog, shift your hips to the sky. Take a full breath in here, and a full breath out. On your inhale, take your right leg high, press through both heels, and then bend into the right and open up the right side body, stack open the hip. Take a full inhale here, stay for the exhale. Re-extend through your right leg as you become ready. And then bring your, so options here, you can either bring your knee in toward your nose, or maybe come onto the ball of your left foot and see if you can bring your right toes to your right wrist with a straight leg. It's harder than it sounds. Inhale, extend it back up. Either be the nose or tap your right toes towards your right wrist or as close as they'll go. 1 more time, lift it up. Exhale, see if you can tap the toes or knee to your nose. Extend your right leg high, lower the left heel if it's lifted, and then everybody right into your nose and gently step it through. Okay, we made it. From here, shift the weight so that you're drawing your hips back behind you and you're lengthening your right leg. So we're finding a pyramid shape. We're drawing our left hip forward, our right hip back. Take a nice halfway lift to lengthen your spine, and you can stay here. You can take hands to blocks or hips, or if you have the space with your hips nice and square, see if maybe you can start to draw your belly toward your right thigh and release into this fold over your right leg. Hello, hamstrings. Hello, outer hips and glutes, IT band. Take 2 more breaths. Allow the sensation to fill the body. Allow this to feel good. 1 more breath. Stay for the exhale. From here, we're going to shift our weight forward. So come up onto the ball of the left foot. Walk your fingers in front of your right foot. Soften into your right knee. Take your left knee and start to kiss it to your right and hold. Take a little halfway lift, lengthen through your heart. So we're still in this shape. We're just finding a little more space for the heart. And then exhale, release your left toes to meet the right, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And exhale, fold a little deeper. Stay here or opposite elbows, or clasp your fingers and roll the shoulder blades back and down, lengthen across the backs of the legs. Feel the heart opening. Take another full breath in here. And then release your hands down the backs of the thighs if you've taken the bind until they come all the way to the mat. On your inhale, take a little halfway lift, and we're going to reverse the action. Take your left heel towards your left seat, and this time extend it maybe back behind you, finding supported warrior 3. Pause here. Maybe lift your hands through heart center, find balance on your right leg. Shift your left hip down, keep pressing through both heels. Take another full breath in. Stay and hold for the breath out. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lower the hands back down if you've lifted, and then bend into the right knee, step the left toes back into your low lunge. Take your left palm onto the mat, reach your right fingers to the sky, open into an easy twist, pause and hold, deep breath in, deep breath out. We're gonna rise all the way up, left arm stays forward, right arm stays back. Take a big breath in here. Stay or exalt, taking right hand to the back of your left hamstring, reaching your left fingers up and over. Take a big breath to lengthen, and then come back through center. Keep reaching your left fingers forward until eventually they meet the mat. Find your easy twist. Take a big inhale here, and we're gonna come to side plank on our left hand. You can take your right peace fingers to your right big toes if you want some more, and then slide to the outer edge of your left foot so that you're eventually stacking your right hip over the left and maybe peeling your right leg towards the sky. Holding here for 5. Breathing into it 4, 3, 2. Release your right leg if you have it. Reach your right arm up and overhead. And then release your right forearm to the mat, followed by the left. Ooh. Feel your core engaging. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your feet in towards your elbows. Find your dolphin shape. And then from here, you can stay, or if you'd like, think about rooting through your left foot and then starting to find a little weightlessness with the right leg, lifting it high. Maybe you roll onto the ball of the left foot, maybe you bend the knee and gaze forward and take little kicks toward your forearm stand. Doesn't have to be huge. They can be small. Wherever you're going, you're breathing. We're here for 3. Stay with your breath for 2. Dolphin pose is where we meet both feet down to the mat. And then both palms on the mat, one or both at a time, downward facing. Shift forward into your plank pose, vinyasa of choice. Moving through your flow, you can take that push-up all the way to the belly, upward facing or cobra. And we meet. Hi, Michael, in downward facing. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Allie. Oh, wow, such a crew. I love it. Hi, Tamika. All right, you guys. Once you arrive in your downward facing dog, take another full breath in through the nose. And stay for your breath out. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine. And then just as we did before, either left forearm then right or both forearms lower at the same time. Once you arrive, come onto the balls of the feet, hug your belly in, draw your chest back towards your thighs, and then see if you can take a couple tiptoes forward and a couple tiptoes back. Light up the core. One more time, lock the feet in, feel the hips lifting higher, and light up the shoulders, walk it back. Walk it all the way back until you can lengthen out the spine and find your forearm plank. Find a stable forearm plank. Hug your low belly in, toss the thighs in. You can stay here. Or take those little push-ups, lower your chest between your elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades, and then draw them apart as you press the forearms into the mat. 2 more. Drop it down. Squeeze it back. Drop it down, squeeze in. Round the top of the spine. And then triangle left palm, right palm on the mat. Downward facing dog, shift your hips to the sky. 2 full breaths. Maybe exhale through the mouth, let it go. 1 more full breath. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, float your left leg to the sky. Take a big breath in. And then begin to bend the knees, stack the hip, roll the left side body open. Feel that breath extending your left ribs. Draw the left shoulder down. And then re-extend your left leg, 3-legged. Same options as before. You can bring your knee in towards your chest here. Or if you want to explore, start to lift onto the ball of the right foot, so your grounded foot. And then think about tapping your left wrist with your left toes. Oop, I get a little stuck. And then lift it up on the inhale. We'll take that 2 more times, maybe tapping toes towards wrists, trying to keep your belly nice and engaged and lifting up. 1 more time, tap it in. If it doesn't tap, mine certainly doesn't on this side, don't worry. Lift it up, inhale. If you have the right heel lifted, lower it, and then bring your left knee into your nose. Gently step the left foot through, set up into your low lunge to start, And then right palm is your base. Draw your left fingers towards the sky. Take an inhale to broaden across your heart and draw that right hip gently forward. And then as you're ready, start to lift up into a twisted lunge. Your right fingers bringing forward, left arm is drawing back. See if you can create more distance from your right fingertips to your left. Take an inhale. Stay or take left fingertips to the back of the right hamstring as you reach your right fingers to the sky. Take a full breath in here to your right side body. Feel the psoas and the hip flexor breath out. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, come back into the twist. Reach your right fingers forward and then all the way down to the mat, easy twist. Take a breath in to stabilize. Vashisthasana, side plank on your right hand. You can sweep your left leg up and over the right as you turn onto the outer edge of the foot, or take your left peace fingers around your left big toes as you spin that right foot down, and then maybe use the stacking of the hips to eventually start to extend your left leg. Breathing, holding. We're here for 3. Woo, for 2. 1, maybe releasing the left arm up and over your head, inhale. And then left forearm down, right forearm down. Breathe. Take an inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Nice work. Start to walk your toes in towards your elbows, find your dolphin shape. This time, option to stay, or root down through the right foot, lift your left heel to the sky. You can also stay here, or if you have the space, come onto the ball of your right foot, shift your gaze forward so that your gaze is in front of your fingertips, soften your right knee, and then little kicks with your left heel towards the sky. Maybe those little kicks start to send you hips over your shoulders. Keep your gaze gently forward so that you can find your balance. Press your forearms into the mat. Think about squeezing your elbows in. Taking 2 more breaths wherever you are. 1 more big breath. If your feet are in the air, gently lower them, dolphin pose. And then 1 palm or both at a time, downward facing. Vinyasa of choice or skipping. I hope your guys' core and shoulders are firing. I'm on fire. So hopefully you're there. Hi, Tanya. Good to see you. Hello, Taylor. Hi, Brittany. Okay. Whoo, feeling good. We're going to go through a similar flow. And we're going to add on a little bit there. And once you guys are ready, I realized we missed our pyramid on the left side. I got so excited about all those exalted. So we're going to take that because we need it. All right, when you're ready, reach your left heel high to the sky. And then step it all the way through, bringing the knee in towards your nose. Lengthen out across your left leg and gently rock your left hip back. Find that nice halfway lift to find length in the spine. And then exhale, release down out over your left thigh. Take a full breath in here. And a full breath out here. 1 more inhale. And then as you exhale, soften into the left knee. Start to walk your fingers in front of your left toes. Bring your right knee in to kiss the left, holding here. And then lengthen up through your heart. So draw your collarbones up and away. Deep breath in. Release the right toes to meet the left, forward fold. Halfway lift when you're ready. And exhale, fold. Stay as you are, or take opposite elbows or clasp the palms and roll the shoulder blades in and feel the backs of the shoulder blades drawing in together to open up through the front side of the heart. Take another deep breath here. And then once again, let your fingers trail down the backs of the thighs if you have them lying until they reach the mat, dangle and fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. And extra if you want it, vinyasa of choice, because we skipped that on the left side somehow. Didn't occur to me until we were about to move on. Okay, so for real this time, we're going to walk through that similar flow. We're going to add a few things on. And we're going to really work into opening up across the heart space and getting in again to the shoulders and also the hamstrings. Okay, so lots of choices here. On your inhale, you can take your right heel high. And then if you'd like, you can keep the leg long and start to stack your right foot over the left or bend the knee. Take a deep breath in. Maybe if your leg is still long, square the right foot back in line with the left and start to drag the right toes towards your right wrist. Lift up, inhale. I'm on the ball of my left foot to do this. Exhale, bring toes to wrist. Woo! Inhale. Exhale, toes to wrist or knee to nose, wherever you are. Inhale, lift up. Lower the heel if it's lifted and squeeze right knee into your nose and step it through. Shift your weight back, find your pyramid pose. Lengthen your right leg and then lift up through your heart. Find that little halfway lift. Find the breath. And then exhale, fold deeper out over your right thigh. Take 2 deep breaths. Allow your hamstring, the outer hip, the IT band to feel stretchy and good. Take another inhale. Stay for the exhale. Find that little halfway lift once again. And this time, walk your fingers in front of your right foot. Bend into your right knee and draw the left knee in to meet it. So finding that little like flamingo-y shape. And then lift up through your heart. Find space here. Now, start to take your left foot back behind you, supported warrior 3. And then float your hands into your heart center if you want the full warrior 3 variation. You can keep your hands at heart. You can float them back. You can take them to your hips or even extend them out and overhead. Taking 2 full breaths here. Take 1 more full breath here. Now don't lose the balance if you can help it. Bringing your left hand directly under your left shoulder. Bring your right hand to your hip and gently open up your heart. Maybe the right hand comes towards the sacrum. Maybe you start to float it towards the sky, revolve, Ardha Chandrasana. Keep pressing your left heel back. Keep opening up. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down to the mat, nose below the right knee, standing split. And then as you exhale, bend your right knee, the standing one. Bring your left knee back behind it, Shakti squat. Hands can stay to the mat or float to heart, and we're here for 3. We're here for 2. 1, you can keep the hands at heart or lower them. Find warrior 3, breath in. Step back, runner's lunge, breath out. Bend into the right knee, step your left toes back. Easy twist, left hand down, right fingers to the sky, open, come all the way up to stand. Exalt or stay as you are, breath in. Easy twist, left hand comes forward and down. Side plank, right, peace fingers around right big toes, come to the outer edge of the left foot, and then stack the hips, maybe extend the right leg high, taking another full breath in here, and a full breath out. Keep the toes or start to release your toes. Maybe reach your right hand up and over your right ear. And then release forearms down to the mat, forearm plank. Take a big breath in, scooch the weight forward. And breath out, start to lift your hips to the sky. From here, same thing as before. 3-legged dolphin if you'd like. Or all-legged dolphin. Or no-legged dolphin if you want that forearm stand. Soften into your left knee. Gaze forward between your hands, and then give little kicks until maybe the right heel floats, and we pause and hold. If you have the space to move on from here, you're going to bend your knees. You're going to start to bring your toes towards the crown of the head as you lift the crown of the head towards the toes, finding a scorpion shape. Taking 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. If you have that scorpion shape, bring the legs long. And everybody feet to the floor, palms to the floor, vinyasa of choice. Woo, breathing, finding space. We find downward facing dog. Hello. Oh my gosh, I have sisters in class and I love it. Okay, I promise we'll do the full left side this time, or at least we'll try. That would be the intention. Okay, once you're ready, see if you can find a little more space in your dog. And then once again, take an inhale to inflate your left leg high to the sky. You can bend into the knee and stack the hip, or keep the leg long if that feels good on this round. Doesn't matter where you go, you can always change your mind. Take a deep breath in, and then either eat a nose or see if you can come to the ball of the right foot and tap the left wrist with your toes. Woo, inhale, lift. 2 more times, eat a nose or tap left toes to left wrist. Inhale, lift. It's a struggle. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. If the right foot is, heel is lifted, lower it. And then bring your knee in toward your nose and lightly step it through. Pyramid pose. Start to draw your hips back. Find that halfway lift. Really lengthen across your spine. Take another breath in here. And then whatever depth you have, fold out over the leg. I have way less depth on this side. So be compassionate and gentle with your body. Let your hamstrings and your hips and your spine show you the limits and honor them. It's not a competition. We're doing this for ourselves. This is for our bodies, our minds, and really honoring that practice will serve you in the long run. Take one more breath here. On your exhale, begin to bend into your left knee. Walk your fingers in front of your left toes, and then start to bring your right knee in to meet the left. And then find a little halfway lift. So see if you can draw your heart forward and up. Take an inhale. And then release your right toes to meet the left forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Your choice to stay or take the bind behind you. Finding deep breaths in and deep breaths out. One more inhale here. If you have the bind, let the fingers trail down the backs of the legs until they reach the mat. And then take a halfway lift. Bring your right knee back in to touch the left and extend it out behind you. Stay here or walk your hands through heart center, finding your warrior 3 variation. You can float the hands back, heart, hips, or maybe extend them forward. We're here for 2 more breaths. We have 1 more full breath. Now stay in this shape, but bring your left hand to your hip and right hand under your shoulder, and then turn your heart towards the left. Stay here, or if you have the space, left hand to your sacrum, or maybe float it to the sky. I don't necessarily have the space for that, so I'm going to meet you here. Take 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. On your exhale, release your palms down to the mat, nose below your left knee, and start to inhale your right leg towards the sky, standing split. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, bend your left knee, bring the right knee back behind it, Shakti squat. Get low into the legs. You can keep the hands on your mat or float them to heart, and we're here for 3. We're here for 2. You can lower hands or keep them at heart. Reach your right heel back behind you in space. Find your warrior 3, breath in. Bend into your left knee, take your right toes to the mat. Hands down, right hand roots, left fingers reach to the sky, easy twist. Come up into your high crescent twist, breathe in. Stay or exalt the warrior, drawing right fingertips up and over. Take a breath in, and then lengthen out, reach forward. Come all the way back down into the twist. Take a full inhale here. Set up, right hand is your base. Left fingers to piece fingers around the toes, or simply bring the left leg up and over the right. Find your Vashisthasana side plank. Feel your shoulders, feel your core engaging. Keep drawing your right hip away from the mat. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Maybe left fingers extend up over your ear, and then drop down to your forearms. Woo. Walk your toes in towards your elbows. My phone's doing something funny, so I'm just gonna fix it. And find your dolphin pose. Always something with tech, huh? All right. Oh, just because I'm irresponsible and forgot to put a charger on, but we're back. Okay. From here, maybe start to lift your left leg if you're going for that 3-legged dolphin variation. And then maybe come onto the ball of the right foot and then press the left heel high. So we're finding engagement in the legs, and we're finding engagement in the belly and the shoulders. If you're on the ball of the right foot and your left heel is high, gaze forward. Soften your right grounded knee, and then maybe start to find little kicks. If you're up, your legs are overhead. Once again, think about pressing elbows into the mat, and maybe starting to bend the knees. Thinking about toes towards the back of the head, and then lift the head towards the toes, finding that openness through the front side of the body. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. 1. If you have the knees bent, lift the heels to the sky. And then everybody lower the feet down, dolphin. That was a lot of dolphin. Breath in, breath out. Both or one at a time, palms to the mat. Vinyasa of choice. Move through your flow. Keep breathing. Keep finding space in your body, and we'll meet in downward facing. Okay, we're doing great. All right, we're gonna cool down a little bit with this last little bit of our flow. So once you find your downward facing, if you want to take a little child's pose here, go ahead and just drop your hips towards your heels and extend your fingertips long. If you would prefer to stay in downward facing or even dolphin if you want that shoulder strengthening, stay there. If you've lowered the knees and you're not quite wanting child's pose, but you want something more for the heart, walk your fingers forward, keep your hips over your knees, puppy pose. You can maybe drop the forehead, maybe chin or even chest down to the mat. See if you can soften the back of the heart, opening through the front side. Wherever you are, think about lengthening. Think about breathing more space into the body. We've lit up the core, the shoulders, and we've opened and lengthened the backs of the legs. Take one more breath in. Breath out. We're going to meet in tabletop, so either lower your knees from downward facing, walk your hands in from puppy, or come up from your child's pose and find a long spine, hands rooted, knees on the mat. Take an inhale. When you are ready, find your cow shape. And exhale into cat, arch, tuck, round everything in. From your cat shape, tuck your toes, lift your knees, and then press your hips towards the sky and keep your belly traveling back towards your thighs. And then from here, roll up onto the balls of the feet. And then take that little shape, that cow shape in your dog, drawing your heart forward that we took right in the beginning of class. And then as you exhale, bring chin to chest, and then roll the belly towards the thighs as you lower the heels down. One more time, come to the balls of the feet. Roll the shoulders over the wrist, draw the heart forward and up, make space, feel the upper arms engaging. Exhale, chin to chest, belly towards thighs, hips lift high and heels lower. On your next breath in, take your right leg long. And as you exhale, bend the knee, stack the hip, maybe wiggle it out a little bit. Bending and straightening, maybe rolling your ankle. And then inhale to lengthen as you become ready. Bring right knee to right tricep and lower it outside of your hand. Left hand stays rooted, right hand reaches. And then maybe bend that right elbow, cactus the arm, open up through the right heart space. Inhale, reach your right fingers high up over your right ear and lower them down. Spin your left heel down and open up into your extended side ankle. Press the right arm in towards the thigh and press the outer edge of the left foot into the mat. Take one more full breath here. Stay for the breath out. Inhale to lengthen across the chest. Exhale, lower the left hand. Spin your left heel up. Dip into your hips, lift your heart, and then find your cat shape here. Breathe into this lunge. Drawing your left hip forward, right hip back, feeling space across your spine and the backs of the legs. Take another full deep inhale here. Full deep exhale here. We're going to bend back into the right knee, maybe walk those left toes back to find space. And then go ahead and lower your left knee to the mat this time. You can stay here in this variation of lizard if this feels suitable. If you have more space, you can lower to the forearms. Maybe you start to lower your head towards a block, or even sometimes I like to draw my thumbs to my third eye and just let my forehead rest. If you can try and keep a long spine here, that's great because you can keep the belly engaged. You can really get that space into the inner groin and outer hip. So try not to just collapse into the hip, but rather stay engaged. So maybe a block or even thumbs to the forehead is a good space to be. Just don't poke yourself in the eye, maybe. It's not pretty. Take another deep breath in here. It's really fun to do this on video because nobody can give me any feedback. Deep breath out here. I mean, you can, it's just not immediate, right? Take one more breath in. And breath out. Whatever variation you've taken, come back onto your palms. And then from here, start to tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And then soften into the back knee and step forward, Malasana squat. So we're in a little squat at the top of the mat. And it may look more like this. You may need to lift your hips. You may need to put something under your butt, like a block or books or a blanket. Take 2 more breaths. Take 1 more big breath. And then go ahead and soften your seat down. Okay. core. I told you, we're gonna light up this core tonight. We're gonna have a little core sequence here. Then we have a left side. We're gonna get melty and stretch. So know that this is our very last core sequence. It's our only belly up core sequence tonight. So stay with it if you can. Okay. From here, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Bring your knees in towards your belly. And then once you have that space where you're sitting just between the sacrum and the top of the butt, just find that space there and then start to lengthen through your spine, draw your shoulders back, broaden your heart. Take your palms, fingertips pointing towards your seat, draw your elbows in, and then lift either one at a time or both at a time, shins. You can stay here. You can start to take your hands to your hamstrings or open the palms towards the ceiling. Flex your toes. Find your breath. Stay with it. Take 2 more inhales. 2 more exhales. Take 1 more big breath in. Stay for the breath out. On your next inhale, press your heels down and away. Find your low boat shape. See if you can hollow out the front side of the body. You can stay here or reach your arms up and overhead. Press the low spine into the mat, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, high boat pose. Hold breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, low boat, press down. We're gonna hold for 5. If you want, you can reach arms up and overhead. Keep plugging the low spine into the mat for 4. For 3, 2, lower all the way down just for a moment. Bring the soles of the feet back onto the mat, knees pointed towards the sky. And then start to float the feet up towards the ceiling. So coming into legs up a wall, without a wall. Turn your toes towards your face. And then see if you can press the low part of the spine into the mat here. And then from here, bring your hands up over your shoulders. If you want to connect the hands and release your index fingers, that is totally fine. Flex the toes a lot, and then lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat and point your pointer fingers toward your toes. Holding 5. Yeah, we're just holding. Stay with me for 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe reach your arms up overhead, lengthen. And then on your inhale, lift, hug the belly in. Draw your pointer fingers toward your toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, lengthen. Last time, make it your biggest. See if you can lift even higher. Draw the low ribs in, breathe. Hold for 5, it's hard to talk. 4, lift a little higher. 3, 2, release back down. Keep your legs long. You can take your hands underneath your sacrum for more support, or you can bend your knees at any point. Okay, keep your low spine pressing in, keep your belly engaged. And then just start to lower your legs like 2 inches and hold. Breathe. Stay with me. Lower your legs 2 more inches. Keep pressing the low spine in. We're holding. Breathe. Lower them like 2 more inches. This might be your edge, and stay here if it is. If you want to lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, please do. If you want to lower your feet just down to a hover, stay with me. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the feet up a couple inches. Up a couple more, up a couple more. Keep pressing the low spine in, up a couple more. And then all the way to the top, release head, neck, and shoulders. 2 more times through, flex through the toes, lengthen and light up the backs of the legs. Press the low spine into the mat, and then lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Okay, if you're going there, lower 2 inches. If you're not going there, keep them down. Lower 2 more. Get to about that halfway point and hold, stay here. Or start to slowly lower the feet until they come to that hover, and we're here for 5. Come to your edge, find it, breathe through it for 4. Stay with me for 3, 2. We're gonna come up slowly, heels lift. They lift a little more. They lift even more. You're still breathing, I know you are. Stay with me all the way up to the sky. Lower head, neck, and shoulders if they've lifted. Last time through, flex the toes towards the face. Stay with the head, neck, and shoulders released on the mat, or lift, hug the low belly in. Hover the feet down a little. A little bit more. A little bit more. Stay here or draw them all the way down to that hover. We're here for 5. Stay with that edge for 4. Hug the low belly in for 3, 2. Come up slow. Inch by inch. Moving the feet up very slow. Using the belly to carry them. Breathe, 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 breathe. Draw them all the way up. Knees in towards your chest. Take the knees wide and just give yourself little hip circles here. Core is on fire, shoulders on fire, and we breathe. When you've had enough hip circles, start to rock and roll on your spine, and we're gonna find downward facing. You can simply rock and roll your way straight to downward facing, or if vinyasa is in your practice at this moment, please take it. And we'll breathe. That was it, you guys. Belly up, core done. Take 2 more breaths here. Once you've found your downward facing dog, take a full breath in through your nose and empty it out through your mouth, let it go. Take your left leg to the sky when you are ready. Inhale, draw it up. Exhale, bend your knees, stack the hip, open up the left side body. You can wiggle it out, you can roll the hip, you can lengthen and bend the knee, you can roll your ankle, find space. Take 1 more breath here. And then we're bringing our left knee to our left tricep. We're squeezing it high and stepping it to the outside. Your right hand will stay down, your left fingers lift up, breathe in, and then cactus open across the left side body. Take a full inhale here, full exhale. Reach your left fingers up and over left ear, and then release them down inside of your left foot. Spin your right heel down, right hand to hip or to the sky, find your extended side angle. You might need a block or a book underneath your left hand. If you have the space, keep pressing the left arm into the left thigh, opening, breathing, pressing your outer edge of your right foot down. Inhale, release your right hand down, exhale. Finding 3 rounds of those cow cats. Dip your hips, lift your heart, and then find your cat shape, slide your hips back, lengthen. 2 more times on your own pace. Dip your hips, lift your heart. Cat shape, lift your hips and lengthen the legs. Last time through, bend the knees, dip the hips, lift the heart. 2 straighter legs, hips towards the sky, lengthen. Deep breath in, feel into the backs of the legs. Deep breath out, bend into your left knee once again. Slide those right toes back. And then you can stay here or lower your right knee. Stay on your palms if you'd like, or maybe start to explore taking forearms down to the mat. If you can keep your spine nice and long here, that's great. And then if you want, you can maybe come up onto the elbows and just press the thumbs in towards the third eye. If you have blocks or books at your disposal and you want to rest your forehead there, that's awesome. If you want to stay on your palms and just continue to work that left hip open, do what you need. Just taking deep inhales and exhales through the nose. We're here for 2 more breaths. One more breath. We're going to take our hands back to the back. And then wherever you are, tuck your back right toes, lift your right knee, soften the knee, and step to the top of the mat, find your vinyasa squat. It can be high, it can be low, you can have support under this seat. All right, take another deep breath in here. And then lower to your seat completely, breath out. Okay, we're gonna take a seated diamond shape with the legs. So instead of Baddha Konasana, where the heels are coming in really close towards the seat, you're gonna actually take your feet out and create a diamond shape inside of your legs. So the feet are out, but you have the knees nice and open wide and the soles of the feet pressing together. Feel your sits bones rooting, lengthen your spine. And then with a nice flat spine, maybe start to draw forward, coming towards the toes, releasing into this stretch. Just breathing, finding space, finding softness. We're gonna stay here in this stretch. And just to make sure we don't get totally cut off, you guys, I'm just checking my time. All right, Instagrammers, we have really juicy stretches coming, and I don't want you to miss them. So stay in this stretch for a moment. I'm gonna end us and come back. Be right back. All right, sorry about that, everybody. I know that's always hard. I just don't want to lose you on these nice juicy parts. When you're ready, just allow each vertebrae to unfurl, come up through center,
Bringing your head up over your shoulders last, and then lengthening your spine. Just kind of give it a little loosey-goosey shake out. And then draw the knees together, and we're gonna come all the way down onto our back. So coming down as slowly as you can. See if you can keep that core control, sliding down, 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 and then finally finding the mat. And then bring your heels in towards your seat. Take your palms down next to your hips, and then start to lift up through the hips, lengthen the front side of the body, find your bridge pose. You can stay here. You can slide the shoulder blades closer together, clasp the hands or opposite elbows, whatever you have and need and want for that front side body. Keep pressing into the feet, and if you feel like your knees are splaying really open, see if you can draw the thighs a little closer together, and then lift with the hips, feeling the butt, feeling the front side of the body, feeling the legs, the feet. If you have a little more space, bring your hands by your ears and press up with the feet. Try not to get caught in your hair. And then extend your heart forward, keep pressing through the feet, drawing in. Take 3 more breaths. 1 more breath. Lower down when you are ready on your next exhale. Let your knees knock together, soften the sacrum down into the mat. Taking 2 full breaths. 1 more full breath. And then just simply draw your knees in for your chest, give yourself a little squeeze. And then we're gonna set up for Gomukhasana, supine variation. So take your right leg and cross it over your left. Okay, so the thigh is over, the knees are almost like as if they were stacking. And then you're gonna lift your feet off the mat, and then maybe this is where you stay, this is where you have space. Or you can take your peace fingers around your big toes. Ooh, I'm very tight on this side. And then see if you can draw your sacrum down, and then press your heels in towards the sides of your glutes. Ooh, hopefully you're feeling this, and you're breathing, and you're softening. Clearly, so much sensation happening in my outer hips tonight. Too much sensation to be teaching this pose. Whew, okay, 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath. When you're ready, go ahead and just let your knees kind of rest on top of one another. And then slide your hips gently over towards the right side of the mat, and allow your knees to fall out over to the left. So if this eagle wrap shape, you just don't like it, let it go. You can just stack the legs. If you like it, keep it. And then gaze out over your right hand. Allow your right ear and shoulder to be soft. Allow the outer hips to release. Feel length and space across your heart. See if you can allow that space in the backs of the legs, the hips, the glutes, everything just release and melt. Take 1 more full breath in. And exhale, release it out. Come back through center, meaning draw your knees through center. And then just unwrap the legs, give them a little shake. Okay, from here, we're gonna take the left leg, maybe center your hips off a little bit if you need, and then wrap it up and over the right. So finding those Gomukhasana legs once again. Now, to find your depth here, it might be enough to just draw the knees in closer to the belly and then separate your heels. So as if your heels were gonna travel to the outsides of your glutes, maybe someday. You can stay, or you can take your peace fingers around the big toes, and then draw the heels out and then down. Keep pressing the sacrum into the mat. Feeling that space in your outer hips and glutes, and just breathe. Whatever shape you're in, finding space. And being compassionate and noticing the differences between sides. If you immediately notice the side was tighter or perhaps easier than the other, just notice it, breathe into it, and then move on. We practice without judgment, without expectation, so that we can find more freedom in our bodies to accept the the things that just are. And as we accept that freedom in our body, we take that same freedom into our minds. When you're ready, release the big toe bind if you haven't. Just let the knees be stacked for a moment. Thinking about eagle legs this time. Shift your hips gently over towards the left side of your mat, and then let your knees fall over to the right. Again, change the variation of the legs if you hate it. If you like it, stay with me. Drop your left shoulder and maybe even your left ear towards the mat and take your gaze out over your left fingertips and just breathe. Softening in. Finding breath in the body. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. As you're ready, just bring the knees back through center. Uncross the legs, give them a little rock from side to side. And then as you become ready, walk your feet out long onto your mat. Let your palms rest gently down towards your hips. Soften the shoulders, soften the back of the neck. Feel that openness across your heart space. And just allow the body to relax. As the breath deepens, let your gaze be soft and easy. Maybe the eyes are gently closing. And no matter where you are in your practice this evening, if you can give yourself just a few moments here on your back, and take those moments, relish in them. Tune back inwards. This time that we're spending so apart from others, it often brings up a lot of reflection. It makes us go a little deeper inside and maybe reveals things to us, both good and bad. Or not bad, but just things that maybe we're not prepared to embrace or see. And so if you're feeling like things are topsy-turvy or your emotions are spiraling or you're having those moments of all over the place, finding this space, this time to just be here on your mat. Just breathe. This is one of the most important things you can do for yourself right now. Even if it's just a few minutes. And then with lovingness towards yourself, whenever you're ready, stretch your arms up overhead, maybe bring some life back into the body. And then if and when you're ready, roll softly to one side until you can press to a comfortable seat. And whether you're here with me still or not, or you've moved on with your evening, sending love to you, bringing my hands through my heart center, sealing in this practice. Thank you guys for being here on your mats this evening. It's always a joy to practice with you, whether you're in the space or in your own houses, living rooms, wherever. My hands through my third eye, the light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for your practice. Namaste. Okay, nice work, everybody. If you have questions or you want to tell me things that I missed, I would love to hear it. Yeah, I'm back here on Saturday morning, but there's tons of classes happening tomorrow and Friday. We've got 3 classes on Thursday and Friday, and on Sunday we'll be back again after that too. So yeah, we're here, we're online. Let us know if there's particular things you guys want. There is going to be a boot camp workout on Saturday. We'll announce it soon with Robin, so that'll be tons of fun. So I hope you guys can join in for that. Yeah, and we'll keep it coming. It's nice to see everybody. Thank you, YouTubers, for bearing with my technical difficulties. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you soon.